So, what are some examples of plays that the Bengals have already instituted for Ross that tells us that they're on the right track and they just kind of need to build a little bit more? For the most part, John Ross's 2018 tape is extremely ugly, and it's not necessarily all of his fault. A lot of that has to do with the quarterback play and the overall design of the offense. But there were a few examples, I think, of promising play concepts and situations that Zach Taylor can build off of going into 2019. So we're going to have Ross at the top of the screen here. And something that I loved in his Washington tape was not only that he was so good at creating separation on the vertical routes, but creating separation on either comebacks or curls because of the threat of his speed. So you have this corner here playing about 7 yards off, giving him a 7 yard cushion because of that speed. And that cushion and Ross's speed allows him to gain separation at the top of the route. And all he needs is an accurate ball, but unfortunately, Andy Dalton doesn't give him an accurate ball and throws it out of bounds. But as you can see at the top of the route, Ross already has the cornerback, backpedaling, retreating, stops his route on a dime and creates separation. All he needs is the opportunity to catch that on a simple comeback route for a first down. But unfortunately, Dalton can't throw an accurate ball off of his base. It's not really been his forte for the most of his career. And but that's a good concept, though. I think they should definitely do more of that. They should definitely utilize Ross more on those comeback routes when you already have 7 yards of cushion. As we've seen from last year, Ross is a dangerous red zone weapon. It's not something that we necessarily expected, but I like on this play, we're going to have play action, and we're going to give Ross a little inside release, and it's a perfect inside release as well, and he's able to basically stack the cornerback laterally and is able to gain separation here on the back corner of the end zone. But the play action creates a little bit extra time for Ross to gain that initial separation. Dalton throws an accurate ball to him, and as we can see, Ross seamlessly on a free release dips his hips under that cornerback's initial press and is able to basically win immediately. And that, again, he's obviously fast and whatnot, and the cornerback is just unable to catch up. Easy separation at the catch point, easy touchdown. Later in the same game is already completely over, but this was a play that I know frustrated a lot of us, but I like the concept and I like the idea of it. You're going to have Ross in the slot here, off coverage, inside leverage, and similar to some of the plays we've seen from Cooks, you're going to have spacing concepts. You're going to have the tight end at the top of the screen take out this cornerback. You're going to have a single high defender playing single high safety in deep zone, and you have an underneath route by the running back taking out the middle of the field defenders, leaving Ross wide open. And again, just like the first play we saw all this, it just needs an accurate throw. Only a little over 50% of Ross's targets last year were catchable, and this was definitely not one of them. Um, you just like to see Dalton just step up here and evade that rush and just make a good throw to Ross. And again, the game's over, but still, this play can mean something more in a meaningful situation. Here we're going to have some play action. We're going to have Ross on a deep over. The jet motion freezes the linebackers just enough. You have a deep vertical route from this receiver to kind of free up where Ross is going to be at the catch point. The safety actually recognizes it pretty quickly, and Dalton probably should have thrown this a little bit earlier. Ross kind of gets beat up at the catch, but Ross has solid hands. I know he dealt with a lot of drops, but when he's given the opportunity, he can haul in passes from behind him, over him, under him. His catch radius is bigger than I thought for a guy his size, but this is a good concept to kind of get him some space, free over the middle. The play action, the jet sweep created some misdirection, some confusion with the defense, but again, that creating space for an easy catch at the catch point. Finally, we're going to have a little jet sweep action here. I don't like how the Bengals are giving away that if it's going to be a run, it's going to be on this side, so the Browns are kind of stacking that box here, and there's nothing really tipping them off to get them flowing the other way, which makes it easier for this to be defended. But the concept is fine, giving Ross those easy touches on those jet sweeps. Again, the implementation of those more creative jet sweeps and those creative handoffs and tosses to Ross can definitely be utilized more. But it was good that they were trying to get him flowing to get some easy yards, and it's better than just a simple run against 9-man boxes.